Hello and thanks for your click. In this video, I'm gonna speak about console Overwatch. Yes, I know, like, oh, PC Master Race. Like, no. Get that mess out of here right now. Our way of Overwatch is pretty different from PC, obviously. We use controllers. There's a debate on whether we should allow mouse and keyboard. Our gameplay is vastly different, and Mercy is somehow still viable. I have absolutely no idea how, but anyway, our world is vastly different for the most part. Console is actually pretty fun, despite somewhat popular belief, which I still don't know why people just like crap on console so much, but still. People like me grew up on console. We grew up playing Halo, Call of Duty, which reminds us still gotta get Black Ops 4. And we just prefer console because that's what we were raised on when it comes to FPSs, because we didn't have those super gaming PCs back then. And there's nothing wrong with that. Pretty much the gist of me blabbering about this is the point that I'm mentioning. When it comes to balancing gameplay, PC and console are vastly different, and they should be approached differently. And again, for all you PC Master Race fanboys, you need to turn away right now because this video isn't for you. Now, moving on, here's the list of things that console Overwatch definitely needs. I will start off with a huge thing. Number 1, a loading times fix. This has been a problem for a seriously long time, like almost 2 years. I made a video some time ago briefly going over this, and it hasn't been addressed at all. I also made a forum post about this a little bit a while ago. I'm not sure how much they watched the forums, but anyway. It's been almost 2 years and it still hasn't been fixed. Whenever you join mid-game, you can't see your character or other characters for a good 5 or 10 seconds or until you die because you're literally standing still because you got a black screen. The same thing happens in Mystery Heroes. Every time you switch, it takes around 4 to 5 seconds for your character to even load properly. There's also the occasional T-post after winning a match, or even a 1v1 mystery duel or limited duel. There's always that split-second T-pose before they go into the actual victory pose. It makes plays of the game look incredibly awkward most of the time because everyone's invisible, and it sucks because it takes the enjoyment out of them. This kind of thing has been an ongoing problem for quite a while, and I feel like it really needs to be looked into. Alright, number 2, more console specific balancing. This has been a big thing when it comes to playing competitive on console. As I mentioned previously, the game plays differently on console than PC, so there are going to be different heroes that shine over the others, especially when it comes to snapping and tracking targets. The last thing that got changed only on console was Ana's aim assist change. The recent Pharah's change was meant to be only for console, but for some odd reason, it went to PC as well, and she's like extremely strong now. I don't know why it went to PC when I was supposed to be our buff. Not our buff, that's supposed to be our change. That was our change, Blizzard. That was supposed to be for us. Why'd you give it to them? I know I sound like a selfish child right now, but come on. That was supposed to be for us. Anyway, moving on. Now, why couldn't Blizzard just keep it on console? There's also an aiming system on console, which is a good touch, but it can still be improved. I'll touch on that a little bit later. Heroes that were considered weak on PC shred on console. Symmetra, pre-rework, being the biggest example. She's still strong now, especially with the new buff. If you haven't heard about it, it's going to charge 20% faster. But anyway, since the metals on console are different, it should be balanced differently. It's not fair just to have a PC balance and then apply all those changes to console. We still use Death Ball, for goodness sakes. Like Reinhardt, Zarya still shreds, Dive Comp shreds, Triple Tank shreds, Ghost shreds if you do it right. But it's solo kills, so people rarely do team comps right. But you get what I'm saying. Since there are different platforms and they play differently, you can't apply the same balance to both of them. It's just not going to work, and it's going to make console feel clunky. Alright, number 3. Aiming system improvements. Now, Blizzard has already implemented the dual zone, linear ramp, and exponential ramp controls, which is fine. For those who don't know all the ins and outs of it, I'll leave a link to a great in-depth video explanation in the description. It would be an amazing change if they added something to help control the dead zones of the controller. To those who don't know what a dead zone is, it's pretty much the range you move the thumbstick and your crosshair doesn't move, or how much you have to move your thumbstick for the game to register movement. There's a customization for this that 343 put in Halo 5, and it's a great idea. Since some controllers behave differently, especially third party, it gives you freedom to customize the deaths and sensitivities for the perfect aiming experience. So gameplay can be attuned specifically to each individual player, and it makes the analog feel so much smoother to use no matter who you are. If this was programmed into Overwatch, that would be a game changer, because everyone will be able to play more aim-reliant heroes way more effectively, especially since snipers feel incredibly clunky and awkward to play, because us console players have to go to extensive lengths to kind of use the snipers right, because especially with the Ana mains, the Hanzo mains, the Widowmaker mains out there, all you guys know what I'm talking about. We have to like mess with your aim assist, the aim smoothing, the aim ease in to use a sniper to the point that you either just give up or it feels really awkward to play because you can't really use them efficiently because of the way our aiming works. So if something like that 343 put in Halo 5 was brought into Overwatch, that will be a huge and very welcoming change. Alright, number 4, a console Overwatch League. And this is more of a personal thing for me. I would love a console Overwatch League because, again, I grew up with MLG before esports became popular during my time playing Halo multiplayer, especially 3 and Reach. Since MLG and other companies such as Epic Games hosting their own Gears of War tournaments, 343 with their own Halo tournaments, NetherRealm with Mortal Kombat, etc. All of them are on console, so there's definitely a market there to appeal to. It will be a very nice thing to get support for the console competitive scene. If not, at least give more attention to places like Overguard and Battlefy for people who seek that experience on the console platform, know there is something there for them, and therefore will bring more revenue for it, since the community will know it's there. With more people, it will bring more competitive games and also bring more exciting matches if there's more people involved with it. So I feel like if Blizzard shown their support for the console competitive scene, it could be a really good thing for everybody. And that about wraps up everything in a nice little bow there, because I feel like if these things were looked into, addressed, or done, it will make the experience on console a lot better and might actually bring more people to the game. So until your next click, I'm out of here.